to my mind is thinking 25 years ago in Sitges when we all got together. I still remember it was a sunny weekend, and actually you could feel the desire of the clubs to try to think and plan something different, centered around the clubs making decision to develop a new type of competition and to have more saying about all the different aspects of the game, whether it was the format, marketing, ticketing, whatever connected to it. But it was the initial step. We didn't know what to expect. It was not an easy moment, and now 25 years later, it looks completely different, and it's amazing to be in this type of location after what we have been going through all these years. And I think we need to credit EuroLeague and whoever, let's say, managed it for the development that, let's say, our product had and for the perspective that we have in front of us right now.
From those initial conversations and that dream that you all shared to where we are today, what do you attribute all that growth and adaptation to? Because I know you've said it's no coincidence that fan attendance, sponsorship, social media, everything has grown.
Well, I think, there is no doubt that EuroLeague as a product, we have the history, we have an incredible fan base. We have, let's say, whatever is needed to grow. I think we went from what you could probably call let's say, old style or old model into a, let's say, totally different model, into a modern competition based on a complete different, let's say, concept. Again, we started, the very, very first year, basically we started a competition that we also had doubts how it could have developed. And some of the clubs, the major clubs that are with us today, were not part of that initial year because the question marks were many. I think we went through a first stage of growth, but I do believe that the moment we, let's say, gave a different role to the, let's say, to the founding clubs or to the clubs involved into, let's say, creating this, let's say, new part of the EuroLeague growth was a key moment. The moment of establishing the joint venture with IMG, the moment of giving value to the clubs, not, almost like a franchise value, which we never had before. I think that, put us in a total different sort of perspective. And we kept growing thanks to, let's say, to the interest, to the format, to the fans, and to the sponsor who have been supporting us.
Palias, CEO of EuroLeague, of course, I'd like to look at a quote I read you said this week. EuroLeague is entering a new dimension, and you have to work hard to fuel it. I love that, and I'm curious, what does that fuel require in the ever-changing landscape, not only of sport, but of basketball?
The fuel, like Maurizio said, it's all with the clubs. The clubs, the management of the clubs helped make the league what it is. I tell everyone, I truly believe we have the best basketball product on the court. And the next step is how do we exploit it? This year, it's the best year in fans in the arenas, fans on the TV. So we are continuously growing, and the fuel is the support of the fans in the arenas and the clubs giving the product on the court that they give.
Of course, this Final Four sold out in hours, I think 7 hours. That's
Yes.
really incredible. What are you really proud of with what your team's been able to accomplish and deliver this week for everyone involved?
I would like to answer this question on Sunday night.
Okay, that's fair.
The start is really good. We are really happy. We see, like you said at the opening speech, the city is amazing. It's completely different what we are used to. We go outside our market. It's another brave step that the clubs approved and were we're not afraid to take. And fingers crossed, we have the best Final Four possible.
Okay, I like that goal. I'll ask you again Sunday night, too. It might be a little bit late, but we'll ask you. Marco, you've been a part of EuroLeague history on the court, now in the front office wearing a suit, which I know you don't want to do. I know you didn't want to wear a suit today.
If you force me, yeah.
He has stronghold over you, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, I feel very humbled to sit here because
Yes.
we have Paulus and I are sitting with a guy, a pioneer of this organization. I believe together with Jose. No, but I have to give you credit because I believe Jose Carrejeta, the owner of Baskonia, and Maurizio are the only two still active managers, let's say, in the EuroLeague. So I think I talk for you. We are very humbled to sit with Maurizio here at the stage.
Oh, that's very well said. Agreed. I'm humbled to share a stage with all of you. Marco, I'm curious, we talk about player-led coaching a lot. We don't talk much about player-led management.
Yeah.
What have you found to be the advantages of that with your team?
Well, like you rightfully said, I was a player on a very, very decent level. But what really helped me, and when you talk about EuroLeague organization, you talk about the games, audiences, but very little has been talked what else the EuroLeague is doing. And I was lucky that in 2007 or 8, I joined the EuroLeague University. I was the first generation. There are a couple of guys who are sitting amongst us. I think, Paulus, you are second or third generation. And without this help, I for sure would not be sitting here. So there's a lot of things that EuroLeague is doing besides organizing a game or a final board that is very little been talked about. But all around, if you talk about EuroLeague, I believe that the club should receive all the credit. I mean, when you compare the infrastructure of the clubs and the arenas and everything that is going around the EuroLeague, compared maybe 10, 15 years ago, it's a totally different league. When you have clubs like Paris, Kaunas with the new arena, Belgrade's arena is always full, Munich arena is always full, thankfully. So it's great to be part of this organization at this point of time.
I'd like to follow up with, as you were talking about different countries, and led by your team, Bayern Munich, it seems that Germany is the fastest growing country as far as basketball interest. A lot of homegrown talent. We're seeing such young talent coming out of your country. What do you attribute that to, and what's still the potential in the German market?
Well, Germany is a very specific country because Germans like strategy. And sometimes they say it's better to have a bad strategy than no strategy because a bad strategy can be improved. So similar to what happened to football in beginning of 2000s, where they really did not have great results in the national team, Germany 2010, around 2010, decided to totally change the strategy regarding youth teams and development, professional leagues, and so on and so on. And I know that patience is not a big virtue or characteristics of our job, but 15 years later, Germany with that concept became, or less than 50, world champion, and bronze medal winner in the European Championship 22. And basically all this talent that is also many players are in the NBA now, help boost not only the quality of the game, but especially the popularity in the arenas, because very seldom you will see empty arenas in Germany, even in Bundesliga games. So I hope that it will improve. I think there's still room for improvement, and we as Bayern Munich organization, we will push to get better for sure.
Maurizio, you have an interesting measuring stick as far as seeing two different chapters, let's say, of EuroLeague as you went away from 2006 to 2014 to the NBA with a couple different clubs. What did you notice once you got back in 2014 as the biggest difference in that time span, both in brand, identity, culture, everything?
Well, as I tried to mention earlier, I think around that time, 2014, 2015, EuroLeague basically made the huge step into turning into let's say, union of shareholders in a joint venture with the global company like IMG, giving to the old business a different outlook and a different dimension, a different, plus going to the round robin tournament compared to the format that we had before, it was a clear step into the direction of trying to develop a league. It's still a league of our own, but more, let's say, toward, let's say, the successful NBA model or any other North American model where the round robin is, let's say, it's a typical, let's say, way of playing the game. And I think the change between the first phase and this second phase was huge. And it was, again, it created the basis of the further growth of our competition.
Palias, I'd love you to add on the future part, because as we hear the foundation of this league, and I know you've said expansion is inevitable, what do you see as the long-term value in some different ways you can expand?
The value, like I said before, it's the fans in the arenas and the product on the court. And we created something that is really difficult to copy or to recreate. I know even all the different sports would want to have it. But based on that, the expansion, I mean, the future is whatever we choose to do with our future. The clubs, whatever they decide, the direction should be. And I truly believe we have strong enough teams that could join and keep the level of the competition at the same level. We have new markets, like Marco mentioned this year. Paris showed what an amazing jump a club can do. We have Hapoel Tel Aviv, the winner of EuroCup, coming in and also shaking up the status quo. So I think new clubs coming in, learning from the old ones, sharing the information, but with a focus on a good product on the court, full arenas, sell-out arenas, and all the entertainment around it. This is the fundamentals that we're going to grow on.
I'd love each of you to give an example of what you think a pivotal moment in EuroLeague history has been. If you can point out one time that you think there's been the most change in the league.
I have no doubt. I just mentioned 2015 when we created the joint venture and went to a new format. I think was the most important change of EuroLeague reality.
I think before we had draws and we did not know who you're going to play with or not. That decision that was again offered by, like Maurizio mentioned, our partner IMG, based on the financials and based on the same system. Now we don't want to let it go. Everybody says this is the fundamental success thing that happened. So I agree with Maurizio. I could not think of anything else. I was not at Sitges, so Sitges maybe was the first one.
Keep saying the old ones always go like this.
No.
I wish I was in Sitges.
The smart ones.
Nice. Marco, can you think of a moment that you think EuroLeague really experienced a shift? Maybe it's right now.
For sure it's now, because like Paul said, it's something new. It's a new market. It's very interesting for the future, not only of our sports, of many other sports. But I believe, I agree with both of them, but connected to that, I think that a change of the competition system from group stage to round robin system allowed the EuroLeague to make a really big leap ahead, because it allowed the clubs and their fans to see each of the teams of the EuroLeague once a year, at least in their arena. And I think, especially from our experience, this was a huge change from group stage to round robin system.
As you were watching the video, I'm not sure if you could see, of all the best moments in the last 25 years, did one ring a bell or stick out to you in particular that kind of brought a smile to your face? All of them?
2003.
No, I mean,
finals 2003 maybe.
Well, pretty fun. But no, in my case, I think, which is a good way to describe the adrenalinic effect of the EuroLeague competition. I went through the emotions of us losing an incredible Final Four championship game in Berlin in 2016, in overtime, an incredible game to CSKA. We were Fenerbahce. And I went through the players who actually had the option to eventually leave the team and go somewhere else, either NBA or some other spots, deciding, no, we want to stick together to try to win. And then the following season, we fulfilled the dream of winning the championship in Istanbul, in the championship game. And that was an incredible swing of emotions, but I think that gives the idea of what EuroLeague is all about. Every game counts, but every final counts, but the emotions are the key of this whole process.
Paulius, was there one for you?
I think many. You just see last shots, Vasa making a shot for FS. You see the faces, the players. I just Ramonas, they're also lifting a trophy. So it's everyone is different, and everyone has the emotions like Maurizio explained. I remember also how now you make it in 30 seconds. We lost and we won next year. It was the full year of all emotions, all the hard work, and that's what you see in every Final Four. And that lifting the trophy, I think it's something that I cannot experience, and I will never experience. But when you see those emotions of the players and the coach, and the management, it's something amazing.
Marco, what about you?
Well, for me personally, for our organization making it to the playoffs, first time, accidentally, it was, we qualified for the playoffs against Paulius, was back then general manager of Žalgiris, and I remember him having great success before that, I think Final Four and playoffs, and I remember talking to him, and unfortunately we missed the next step, going to the Final Four two years in a row, losing Game 5, but it was a very great experience for me and my organization. Yeah.
Every company or brand needs to protect what they are not, and what they probably fear as a brand. I think I've heard the word protect a couple times, like we have to protect this. What are some things that you would all like to see EuroLeague protect and guard, for lack of a better word, to use a basketball word?
You are the CEO.
Let's ask the boss.
I keep repeating the same thing, the product.
Right.
We have to have every game matters. It's not just a slogan. Really, every game matters. I mean, you put on the TV and you're not a fan, you're not supporter of any team, but you get sucked into it. And I mean, if we keep this, we're going to go for another 250 years. That's what I believe in.
I like that answer. Do you feel like there's anything to add of that, of what you thought from those original meetings in Sitges to what the future holds for EuroLeague?
No, I mean, I think it's exciting the moment that we're witnessing, and I think we have everything to keep growing the same way we've been growing for these first 25 years.
In regards to this specific Final Four, just to finish with this, the excitement and the storylines of the rematches from the previous two semifinals, what do you think that adds to this semifinal when you have the big brand names added again? Marco, do you want to answer that?
Well, unfortunately, I was never in this kind of an experience as a player or a manager, but I believe it's very interesting to see how Fener will react to, let's say, what happened last season, how they have developed, because it's obvious that during the season they have developed in a tremendous way, although they had 1 million injuries, let's say. So it's very interesting to see, and Olympiacos, in my opinion, who is a team that the last, I believe, 3 years was that short to win it, again comes back, again tries it. I mean, they deserve a lot of credit, and we'll see, I hope good games and the better ones should win.
Maurizio, do you have anything to add with your team? Do you like the storyline of a rematch, or does it make you nervous?
No, I mean, I think what we need to understand is at every club level that making the Final Four is a huge success. Yeah. Being here is incredible. Being here is the stamp on the quality of your season. Then, Final Four is a, let's say, very particular formula, totally unpredictable, where sometimes the Cinderella team surprises all the odds. But again, it's unbelievable when you analyze your season that you get to this final stage of the competition. This is where everybody would like to be sitting today.
Yep.
And then fingers crossed, and let's see what happens. Yeah.
Okay, that's a perfect spot to end on. Thank you guys so much for your time. That was an incredible conversation. Thank you, everyone. We will take just a moment as we welcome our second panel. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, thank you. It's time for our second panel, and wait till you see some of the names on this list. Everyone, please join me on the stage if I call you Kyle Hines, Nando De Colo, Dejan Bodiroga, and Željko Obradović. We have numerous EuroLeague trophy winners, MVPs. This is quite an honor to share a stage with you all. Thank you so much for being here. Lovely. Dejan, I'd love to start with you because it was up until 2007. You were just still a player, then GM, ultimately president of the league. What have you seen evolve most on the court all these years and EuroLeague as a brand?
Yeah, before answering your question, I would like first to thank Kyle and Nando to stay with us, and especially Coach Obradović that between his playoff games, he find the time to stay with us. And thank you very, very much, Željko. I appreciate very much. And to answering your question, my experience as a player taught me what makes European basketball special. And I think that intensity on every game, passionate fans, and I think unique club culture that cannot be copied anywhere else in the world. And I think that what we have built over these 25 years, it's something really extraordinary. EuroLeague for me is not just competition. I think that today EuroLeague is true home of European basketball excellence. And as you asked me before, yes, I had this privilege to experience this league from the both perspective as the player and now as the president. And this gave me, deep and big respect for all of them for everyone and all of them who built the EuroLeague. And EuroLeague for me, it's why I think is the special that I think that during these 25 years, I think that all what we bring in this league, all our players, all our coaches, all our club owners, managers, staff who working behind, and of course our fans who made great atmosphere that make this, EuroLeague unique. And at the end, I think that EuroLeague strength is not built by one person or by one team. It's EuroLeague strength is built by all of us together, and this make, this belong to the European basketball history. And I'm very, honored and proud to stay with all these people that make contribution that EuroLeague is today.
I mentioned the product on the court. I have to admit, I was watching a lot of your highlights last night. You were such an incredible player and so much fun to watch. Believe me, this American knows that you're the original Sham God. I know it.
Thank
I
you.
know it. I'm curious, with the amount of space you see on the court in today's game, do you almost feel like you were born in the wrong era? I feel like your signature moves would have been like a cheat code.
You know, it's let's say that it's special move. I try to improve during the all these years and try to use in some specific moment on the game. But it's it's how I say is I can say that it's signature, but it's great move. But you need to have a lot of repetition to make like special move.
It's a great move. It's fun to watch. Coach, I'd love to go to you now. You've been able to win in multiple decades. You have 9 titles. What have you seen as the biggest evolution on the court from a coaching perspective in all this time in the league?
Yeah, going back, I was 25 years ago, I was younger. I was 25, now I'm 50, so, this feels different. But going back is, more important is this that they talk before, that is change of competition, Before you have less games, so more practice. And the way that I tried to play with my team, it was absolutely different than now. You don't have so much time to practice, but this is that players like. They like to play the game. They don't like practice.
Of course.
And I'm sure that today my players enjoy it in Belgrade because I'm not over there, They're very happy. So there are a lot of things, that they change, but basketball is same always. Depend of quality that you have inside of the team. And let's say for me it was easy having one guy like this gentleman, in the crucial moments to give the ball to him and to say, do it. So simple.
But as you look at club culture, as you talked about as an example, practice, what has changed with club culture in all these years and what daily life is like?
Club culture is something, any club is different. You have some clubs that are really basketball clubs, and you have another one that for them basketball is not so important. This is my experience because I live like coach, I was in different clubs. But one thing that is common for everybody is ambition, they want to win. You go to the club and you understand what is the target and everybody. And of course, very important is rule of fence of the club. So if you have target in front of you, you're doing everything to be where you want to be.
You've orchestrated 18 Final Four runs. Think about that. 18 trips to the Final Four as a coach. Many of those with 2 of the clubs we'll see this weekend. What have you found to be the non-negotiables of characteristics that you see with these kind of teams of that championship caliber?
Can I count this also like one more Final Four?
This counts, 19.
Always the same. This that you sit with the players in the beginning and you talk with them, guys. What do you think? We are able to do something that is to go to Final Four. We are able to be champions. We are able to fight every day. But thinking about something that is Final Four, you need to start in the preseason to be ready to sacrifice, to work hard, and to understand that, like Paulio said, every second of the game is important. Mm-hmm. Every second, every game in EuroLeague is important. And this is the only way, to think like that every ball is important. Right now it's not easy, because this kind of game and plus that we have domestic competition, it's not so easy for the players. And something that I always talk, we need to care about our players. They don't have so much time to rest and season is very long. This is something that we need to discuss and to help them to be able to play the basketball on a level that everybody we like to see.
Nando, I'd love to go to you. You're still playing. You're currently with Asvel. Did you call in sick today, or are they watching the stream? Do they know you're here? You have playoffs coming up.
Yeah, they know. They know I'm here. And first of all, thanks to my coach, because he was the first one with my wife, to push me to come right away. We have a playoff game next week, but I think they know how professional I am, so they have no doubt that I will do my job even here to stay in shape, and at least I'm really happy to be here.
Absolutely. Good luck in the playoffs, by the way. We're glad you're here. Having won it all twice, What context do you have for really how difficult it is to get here, let alone win 2 more games?
It's tough. It's tough. But as the coach just said, it starts with the preseason. I remember when I came back my first year with Kyle in CSK, we lost in the Final Four. But how I know how we came back the next season from the preseason and how we keep the big picture during all season long, because you have up and down, but at the end you know where you want to go. And if I remember good, this guy always say it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You just have to be ready when when the big thing starts. Get ready. Okay, qualify for the playoff. But one more time, keep the big picture in your head. And at the end, Final Four is just 2 games, so you never know what can happen. But if you are ready, it's already one step forward to the championship.
So was Kyle a bit of a rah-rah guy, a cheerleader in that locker room in Moscow?
When we need to. But I think he's not just one guy. Yeah. It's when all the team is focused on the same goal, it's always easier. When everybody come every day to know what they have to do, it's easier for the coach to be there. It's easier for the teammate to help everybody to improve, and this is the most important.
What do you think it'll be like going to the Final Four this weekend as a current player? I mean, is that a weird juxtaposition for you?
Yeah, for sure. It's tough. It's tough. We spoke this morning with Kyle how it's difficult to watch game when you are not playing. But you have to be focused on the present things. And like I say, I'm really happy to be there. And this is the most important right now.
Okay, let's pass it off to your teammate. Kyle, you're a 4-time EuroLeague champion with Olympiacos as well, who will be playing. What's your best memory, maybe from that team, if you want to keep it specific to them, but just from those championship runs?
I think with Mauricio had said, I think going through the emotions of the season. I think all the teams that I've been most successful on, we've gone through moments of adversity, moments of heartbreak, moments of different times where we had to fight through the struggle to become a better team, become a unit. So I think about not so much the celebrations, but I think about all the difficult times, all the times that the losses, the tough moments, and I think those are the moments that brought us together as a team, and I think those are the moments that allowed us to be able to be here to win championships and to win titles.
And do you have any special memories with Nando?
I mean, me and Nando have a lot of moments. We spent a lot of times together, 5 years, 6 years in Moscow together. But I think as he talked about before, us understanding what it took to win, us together, along with so many other great players that were doing those Cheska teams, that understanding what we needed to do to win, going through those tough emotions when we lost in 2015 in the Final Four, or we lost in 2017 and 2018, coming together and figuring out what we did wrong, and trying to become a team and trying to become a unit together. And I think that's why we were able to have so much success with each other.
What's that conversation like after you lose in the Final Four, and the off season's right around the corner, and you're keeping a lot of the pieces of the team? What's the conversation like in the off season? How do you all anticipate what you could have another chance at?
Honestly, there is no conversation. We don't. I think all of us come in the next season and we automatically knew what we need to do. I think all of us kind of realized the pain, the suffering, and all those different moments. Obviously there's a winner's locker room, but there's also a losing locker room. And I think, all of us kind of remember those moments. And as you said before, I think Coach Jaco said before, it all starts from the first day of training camp. Yeah. And that first day of preparation, I think from the teams that I've been a part of that have won EuroLeague or have been to Final Fours, you can tell from the first day of training camp, if the team's going to come together, if the team's going to be able to withstand the adversity and win a title.
What are you looking for on that first day of training camp?
I think you can just see the group, like the hungerness, the desire, guys that are willing to sacrifice everything for each other. And I think a lot of that's what matters the most. The first day of training camp, I can remember like in 2016, we had brought in some new pieces, but along with Nando and Teodosic and Victor Krapa and Coach Atudis, like we all knew that we were going to win it that year. Like we all knew that we all coming in from the first day that we knew that we were going to have the opportunity to win, and it was going to be on us to make the most of the opportunity.
You've been retired just 1 year. You went right into coaching with the Brooklyn Nets. You must not like to golf or boat or vacation, no?
You had this conversation with my wife.
You went right back into working.
Yeah.
When you come back around former teammates, the EuroLeague, Final Four this weekend, what emotions does that stir up now that you're removed?
I'm still trying to get on the court. I'm still trying to negotiate with some of these guys to see if I can get a weekend contract to possibly play for this Final Four. But
could you, by the way?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, your legs, you got them?
Yeah, I'm ready. But it is a different type of emotion. Like I was talking to Nando this morning. This is my first time coming to a Final Four, not being a player, not being an active member. So it is definitely a different type of emotion to watch it from the outside looking in. But it is something I'm looking forward to kind of be almost removed from it, to get a chance to kind of be able to enjoy the festivities, especially here in such a wonderful place and in such a special time for EuroLeague, to be able to enjoy it and be able to take part of it. I'm very thankful to be here for that.
You all have accomplished so much in this league, have so much pride in this league. I'm curious what each of you hope for the future. Let's even say the 10-year picture. If you could each answer what your hope is for the next 10 years in EuroLeague. Coach, can I start with you?
Yes, okay. I believe that we have great competition, and I'm sure that everybody work on that way to be even better. Fans are more important. The EuroLeague is competition that everybody all over the world recognize. The proof is this, that we have NBA that is very interesting to come over here.
Yeah.
So for some reason they want to be over here. Rumors, a lot of rumors we have. I don't know what is true, what is not true, but we need to protect ourselves, and we need to have a league that everybody understands that is best basketball over here in Europe. And let's work in that way, everybody together.
Yeah, agree with the coach. I think that we need to protect what makes us special. And when we are talking about, every game matter, but we are, I say we are strong. We have most passionate fans. We have most competitive games. We have, really richest, tradition. And I think that we need to keep this. Maybe what we need to change is the ability to share this unique our product with the world, because I think that this is to protect and to grow and to expand in the future.
Can I ask what you mean by that, of continuing to share and grow with the world? Is there a way that you see EuroLeague expanding as a brand still?
Yeah, I think that the best example that we are here today in the Abu Dhabi playing the Final Four, but maintain our identity. What is the EuroLeague?
Yes, and I heard that word again, protect.
Yeah.
There's so much pride in protecting this special product. Nando, what do you think?
I will say what I always say. In life, you always want to improve. This is my philosophy. It doesn't matter what you do, small things, big things. So I think EuroLeague is doing a great job lately. So I hope that, everybody involved will keep doing the same job to be better every year.
Kyle?
I think EuroLeague is still young.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at 25 years old. Like when I was 25, I had no idea what I was still doing in my life, right? And I think EuroLeague is still growing. I think to kind of piggyback what everybody else said about the most pivotal moments, I'm a believer that EuroLeague hasn't had its pivotal moment yet. I think that the game is going to continue to grow, and I'm a firm believer in the product, firm believer of the people in this room, firm believer that EuroLeague still has its best years and best basketball still yet to come.
Do you miss the grind of being a player? You mentioned you want to play this weekend. Do you miss that, the off season, what you're doing, and then figuring out that day one of training camp conversation?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, around the NBA, but as I mentioned in a quote before, like a lot of people will be surprised about how many people follow and watch EuroLeague basketball.
Oh, yeah.
So everywhere I go, I'm continuously having these conversations with people and continuously having conversations about this game or this team or this club or this. So for me, it's even though I was removed this year, I wasn't removed. I was continuously having conversations, seeing people, watching games with a lot of people. And like I said before, I think basketball here in Europe and EuroLeague is still going to be amazing and still have its best basketball still ahead of it.
That's a great answer and a great place to end. Gentlemen, thank you so much for all of your insight with all of that. That was wonderful. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause. Okay, coming up, we do have the stars of the 4 remaining teams in this year's Final Four, so stay put. We are going to take a short break and regroup, and then we're joined by the 4 remaining teams. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Please kindly take your seats as we are about to begin. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Abu Dhabi. Ahlan wa sahlan. This year marks a very important moment in EuroLeague history as the Final Four has expanded beyond its borders. We are all so excited. It's been a long time since October when the season started. I know the fans are ready. I know the media is ready. And from the green room, now I really know that the players and coaches are ready. It's been an unforgettable season with records on and off the court. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the most competitive and passionate basketball league in the world.
Nice play. Doja! Oh my word! Double team. Oh my goodness! Bloody Walker! Howard! Oh, there it is! Tyreek Jones with the pilfer! James Davis, step, jab, bucket. Money in the bank. What a great pass from Galactus. There's your all-time EuroLeague assist leader.
Oh, Kendrick Nunn sending Javon Shields down.
Door Diallo.
It's Vazenko, buys the contact and backs it in. Comes Juancho.
Hey, so smooth. Hayes Davis wide open. Hayes Davis, if it goes.
Boy, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. That has you so ready for this weekend's competition. I know we're so close now. The players can taste blood, and the championship is so close. The trophy is right there. So let's get them a little bit closer to it and introduce our next panel of coaches and players from the 4 remaining teams. Please join me on the stage. First up, Mike James, Vasilis Spanoulis, Sasha Vazenkov, Georgios Batsrokas, Kendrick Nunn, Ergin Ataman, Nigel Hayes Davis, Sharas Yashikevichus. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Or are you all nice and friendly in the hallway and in the green room? No bad blood, right? Everyone's feeling good. Well, find our seats and get comfortable as they have a translation device. We are translating as we will open up questions to the floor, so all of the journalists can ask their questions in just a bit. But first, we're going to have our moment and welcome everyone to the stage and ask a quick little question. So, Coach Saras, I want to start with you. As you're facing Panathinaikos again in the semifinals, what do you expect to be different with both clubs as opposed to what we saw in Berlin?
Well, I hope I hope a lot different is from Berlin. I hope we can start the game on time. I hope we can have a better start, and probably going through this kind of situations 2 years in a row with the majority of the team would help. Just basically make it a little bit more simple and play a better game than we did in Berlin.
Nigel, back-to-back, first team all EuroLeague. Congratulations, really incredible. With your second stint with Coach Saras, what have you two been able to find together this time around? Third stint, excuse me, I was thinking just Barca. This time together that's allowed you to unlock that next level in your game?
He's so good at just yelling at you, like he yells at you. He's so friendly when he does it in practice. And it just really, it's just a nice, happy environment that really brings out the best in you.
How much do you pay you say that? Do you got some cash in your pockets there?
No, we don't play for money in Fenerbahce. We play for the love of the game.
For the love of the game. Yep. Coach Ataman, you have the chance to be the only coach in EuroLeague history to win back-to-back championships with two different clubs. That would be an incredible feat when you think about that. So I have a very simple question. Will you do it?
I don't care too much to win, to make one more time back-to-back. I am proud to win last 3 Final Four that I participate in the last 4 years. And the only things that we know with my players, all clubs, we are here for defending to our title that we won last year.
Kendrick, this is your second Final Four run, but this time your season MVP. Does that add any extra pressure or weight?
No, I don't think so. I don't typically believe in pressure. I let my work speak, prepare the right way. And honestly, last year, if you ask me, I felt like I was the MVP then. But it's a team sport, and no pressure at all.
I love that confidence. That's a great answer. Coach Bartzokas, you and your team are here for the 4th year in a row. That's wildly impressive. But last year, you had to watch the trophy come back to Greece, but to the wrong city. So how much would it mean for you to take it back for the red and white this year?
No, it's always good evening to everybody. It's always important to participate in such a great event for European basketball. So being here with Olympiacos for 4 times in a row, it's something amazing for our club. But sometimes, it's not enough. Winning the trophy is the target, the goal for everybody here, for us also. Let's hope that we're going to have some more luck this year.
I like that. Sasha, we're happy to see you back after a year in the NBA following your MVP season. How good does it feel to not only be back with your club, a team that you have so much love for, but to be this close to now getting that trophy?
Good evening to everybody. First of all, I'm blessed to be back, to play important games, to be here fighting for the trophy, as we do. Everybody's here for this, so we're ready.
Okay, short and sweet. I like it. Coach Spanoulis, you're one of the biggest legends in Olympiacos history. So what do you think that will feel like to look down the court and see a team that you love so much, but now the enemy?
Good evening, everybody. It's a game, 40 minutes. For 40 minutes, everybody will fight for his team. My feelings and my love for this organization and for this club is undeniable and will be forever. But for 40 minutes, it's not easy things. We will be opponents. Most difficult is for my kids who will support, Olympiacos or Monaco, but they are with their daddy.
Well, Coach Spanoulis, you're a legend in EuroLeague. Mike James, you're a legend in your own right as well. What's it been like to have Coach join the team this year and have that presence in the building?
It's different. I think that us playing against each other and having like a rapport before he became a coach and having conversations kind of made the transition easier, just to have a good dialogue throughout the season. And, you know, we're still building every day, and hopefully it continues to go good.
Okay, I see a stage full of very serious, focused men. So let's go ahead and throw them to the Sharks now. As we open up the crowd audience questions, journalists, we have 2 microphones, 1 on each side. We just ask that you please state your name and your affiliation. So go ahead and put your hand up if you'd like to ask a question to our panel. You guys might be off the hook. You might be out of here. Okay, we have one right here. Can we get a microphone to this gentleman? If you'll put your hand up, maybe just so we can see you again. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening to all. Yannis Lambiris from newspaper Tanea, Mega TV. Good luck to all and to be healthy. For Coach Spanoulis and for Coach Bartzokas is the question. For Coach Spanoulis, you had played like a player in 5 Final Fours and never lose in semi-final. How difficult is to continue or to make a series like a coach the same? And for Coach Bartzokas, for the team, it's better to play against the Spanoulis like a player or like a coach? Thank you.
Good question. It's always, for me, it's always fun to play these games. For me, as a player and now as a coach, the most important is the journey until we arrive here. It's a lot of things that bring you together. And, you know, now we are here, 2 games, every team to take the trophy, and for me, it's no pressure. For me, it's just to enjoy basketball, to make the simple things that we did all the year, and to try to play our best game. That's it. And in basketball, like in life, is win and lose. It's not stop the life here in one semifinal. So we will continue to try. And you know, in basketball has a lot of losses and few wins, but these wins is very big, and you fight all your life for these few and big wins.
This is a very attractive subject for the journalists and the media. But, you know, tomorrow we are playing Olympiacos versus Monaco, which are big clubs. And, you know, we cannot separate these from anything else. But with Vasilis, we were together in 2013 that we won the trophy. If you ask me, it's more difficult to have him as an opponent as a player, you know, than a coach. Coach is his first season in this level, which is proven that he's really good. But as a player, he has already 2 trophies. 3? How many? 3?
Yes.
Okay, so it's probably as a player, it's more difficult.
Right here. So I'm Jan Onana from newspaper L'Equipe. Question for coaches, Mr. Jacikevicius and Ataman. Please, this weekend is also about the EuroLeague celebrating 25th birthday, but trying to expand their big stakes for European basketball. I just wanted to know, what's your position about that? How do you feel this discussion around NBA, about the EuroLeague, and how do you block it out to focus on sports?
Just
Thank
for
you.
the coaches, I believe, if you want to start here. Coach Sharas, do you want to answer first?
I don't exactly see the connection between the NBA coming and the games this weekend. It's totally not our business. Of course, we have opinion about it, and we want EuroLeague to be more united, to move forward, to improve. This is the universal things. No, you always need to be improving as an organization, as a person, whatever. No, as far as this weekend and the growth of the EuroLeague and the NBA, for us, what exists is Friday game, nothing else.
Honestly, my answer is similar, but I think that EuroLeague in these 25 years, every year improve. And what I say, my opinion, is that the competition, the basketball playing on the EuroLeague is much better now than the NBA. So for many people, I believe that now they stop to follow NBA in Europe. They are following the EuroLeague basketball. But for the future, what's going on is not my job now. I am only focused for the EuroLeague Final Four right now.
Coach Bertzokas?
About the same?
Yes, if you'd like to.
Excuse me. I thought the question was only for Saras and Coach Ergin. No, it's for everybody.
Yes, for all the coaches, if you'd like to add.
Exactly. I don't have to add anything else. It's exactly the same for everybody.
It's a very safe answer. Coach, would you like to add?
No.
Okay, who's next? I see one right here. Okay, yes?
Hello, everybody. My name is Vasiliki Karamouza from Sport24 Greece. I have a question for Mike James. Everybody has been talking about pressure. Olympiacos' fourth Final Four, Panathinaikos to make back-to-back. Sarunas Jasikevich's sixth Final Four as a coach that hasn't lifted the trophy. Mike, you are the only member of the All-25 team that hasn't won the EuroLeague. So I'm wondering how much of a pressure do you feel right now? How are you coping with the nerves?
I didn't even know that, so thanks for that. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal right now. I mean, I came to Monaco and a team that was picked to finish last, and we've been to 2 Final Fours in 4 years. So we'll just keep trying to grow, and hopefully I can win eventually.
Next one, up here.
Hi, my question is for Coach Jasikevičius. We're with the EuroLeague net. Coach, first of all, it's great to see you in a dry suit after Paris. What lessons can you take from last year as you're playing Panathinaikos again in the same round?
Well, I think I answered a little bit. I think we need to think about it in more simple ways. It's just 40 minutes. We didn't play good in Berlin. I watched it, of course, before this Final Four. It happens, you know. It's a very quick game. Panathinaikos was better than us in the key moments of the game, and basically you just don't overthink it. It's that simple. They were better for 40 minutes. Whoever will be better 40 minutes tomorrow probably will win the game. That's it.
I see a couple on this side as well. Maybe right here.
Good morning to everyone. Good luck. Alexander Somoulou from Parapolitica Media Group. A common question for Ergin Ataman and Coach Bartzokas. Back in Greece, there is a huge anticipation from the beginning of the season for the first Greek final in the history of EuroLeague. How difficult it is to make your players of both teams be focused on the semifinals on Friday and not let their mind run on Sunday? Thank you.
Okay, I think that in these 2 years that I'm in Athens, we play a lot of game with Olympiacos. Sometimes we make a fun also with Coach Bartzokas that again. So now I am not thinking anything about play the final against Olympiacos because we must beat Fenerbahce. That is a very good team, and they must beat Monaco. After we'll see. So it's nothing. Honestly, I never think what's going on if we play the final against Olympiacos. But nothing special because we played many finals, many important games with them. So sometimes they won, sometimes we won. It's a basketball game.
Yeah, for me, it's not difficult at all because as long as I've been coaching Olympiacos for 6 years now in a row, always our philosophy, our attitude is take one game at a time. You know, never more. You know, it's we try to enjoy and. Our next goal is the next practice. Our next goal is tomorrow's game. We don't think at all what is going to happen on Sunday. Olympiacos must say in our philosophy, you know, fighting for the next game, not thinking about anything else.
Okay, we have one right here.
Hello, everybody. George Karpidis from Americanos 24. Congrats to everybody who made it. I have a two-part question. Part one for Coach Jasikevicius and Coach Panoulis. Obviously, you're EuroLeague legends, having won it multiple times. What's different in preparation, in preparing a Final Four as a coach compared to a player, and what's more difficult? And part two, I couldn't help but wonder a potential 3-on-3 with Saras, Hayes Davis, and Kate Nunn against Sasha, Spanoulis, and Mike James, the way you guys are seated. With Coach Ataman coaching the team on the left and the team on the right, who do you think would win?
How did you come up with that question?
In the prime or now?
He's thinking very hard.
Listen, if Kendrick and Nigel can take care of the offense, I'll take care of the defense, all right?
How did you think about that question?
You got to answer his first question.
What was the first question?
Is it more difficult, and what's the difference?
It's so much more difficult as a coach. I mean, as a player, you're responsible for yourself. You obviously need to prepare yourself, and it's very simple. You come, you do your job, and you go home. As a coach, I mean, everything, you know, so many responsibilities you have. You have the media, you have your staff, you have your club, you have your... For some reason, as a coach, I have more ticket requests, too. I don't understand that part at all. It doesn't make sense at all, but that's how it is. Yeah, I mean, in general, as a coach, it's more hours, more everything, more. Players, more simple.
Is it harder to sleep before a game as a coach than a player?
No, now after so many of these events, sleeping is not the problem. Before it was a big issue, yes.
Okay. I believe we have one right here in the middle, yes?
Edvinas Jablonskis, basketnews.com. I have a question for Coach Jasikevicius and Spanoulis. Both of you are the former players, obviously, and now in the Final Four as the coaches. So, as the coaches now, do you see any current EuroLeague players that could become head coaches one day? Thank you.
Awkward as you're sitting next to two of your players.
Well, for sure not Nigel, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, everybody has his own life. I don't know. You have to love so much basketball to be like, you know, addicted to make this job. And, you know, I don't know if somebody wants after a big career to be in this competition again, in this everyday job. But, you know, for me it's a blessing, and for me it's good. A lot of basketball players to stay in basketball for the good of the basketball.
We have one up here on the left.
Hello, everybody. Robert Wazrov from Maxport Bulgaria. My question is to Sasha. According to the last two appearances for you in the Final Four and the dramatic losses from Efes and Real Madrid, do you think that basketball gods owe you a favor? And how difficult it will be to play against a former teammate and, I believe, a friend in the case of Coach Panoulis?
First of all, there is no favor in basketball. You work hard every day, and at the end, you get what you deserve. It's true that 2022, we're not prepared. I have to see Vasa every time and to think about this shot, but it's okay, you know, same with Sergio. But it's not because they made these big shots. It's also this, but it's because we didn't manage to close the games and to get the win. And the second part is, yeah, Vasilis is my friend, but it's 40 minutes. There's no friendship. As he said in a recent interview, he'll go against his brother and he'll fight until death. So he'll do the same with us, we'll do the same with him, and after we'll be again friends. But for 40 minutes, it's just us and them. So we're prepared and we're ready.
We have one right here in the middle. Sorry, in the back. We'll do you first. You have the microphone.
Hi, Jeff Gillingham from EuroLeague.net. This question is for Kendrick. Obviously, the playoffs didn't quite go. It went well for Panathinaikos, but personally, we didn't see the MVP none that we've been used to. Do you think we will see the MVP none at this Final Four?
Yeah, I do think you will see the MVP as you typically see throughout the season. It was a tough series against FS. It had some great defense, but ultimately it's a team sport. I'm lucky to have some great teammates, and if one player doesn't play typically well, there's plenty of other guys that makes up for it. I think my offense wasn't as best as it has been all season, but definitely stepped up defensively.
Over here.
Hello, everybody. This is Antonis Kalkavouras from Gazeta. The question is for Vasilis Spanoulis. Vasily, if you put out Saras, who've been coaching, in the highest level for almost a decade, you are the only coach, in the panel who've been here and done that with many trophies, with many Final Fours. Coming here for the first time as a coach, did it feel like playing time? Did it had in your mind, that you are very close for this period as you were thriving on the court?
Yeah, but for me, basketball is the same. When I was playing basketball as a player, I was thinking a lot about not only myself, but also about my teammates all day, all night. And, the same. For me, I say a lot of times it's easier to coach than to play basketball because I push myself like a basketball player to the limits. And the result of this is to lose all my hair, And for me, basketball is like, you have to love it. It's not, we are blessed, and I love it, and I do it with all my passion. And, I'm blessed and that Monaco gave me the chance to coach one team that had the potential to go to the Final Four. And, that's it. We are here now, and I'm very thankful to the organization and to my players because, as I said a lot of times, I don't shoot, I don't take decisions, I don't play pick and rolls. This is all everything goes to the players, and they are the stars of the game.
One right here, I believe. You get the microphone on the left.
Hello. This question is for Coach Ataman. You have often said that basketball is more than tactics. It's about personality and winning DNA. This Panathinaikos team has gone through ups and downs through the season. What was the turning point that convinced you that you'd go all the way during the season?
The experience from last year, so my players' capacity, you cannot play every time on the same level. There is for all teams up and down during the season. But of course, okay, coaches are important because we manage the group, we manage the game. But finally, I told every time that the players decide for the winning game. So I believe to my players, I gave them to responsibility, to freedom to play, and I try to manage their game.
Hi guys, first of all, welcome here and congrats for making it this far. Moshe from One and EuroLeague Sweet 16 podcast. I have two questions. One is for Coach Ataman. Ever since the beginning of this competition, 25 years, only one player made it both the Alfonso Ford Trophy winner, season MVP, and winning the EuroLeague. That was Nando De Colo. And every decade or so, it happens that we have back-to-back champs. Considering you are both in a situation where you can make it happen again, and maybe history in the making, is it something that adds extra pressure? And for all the rest of you guys, any concern whatsoever that at any point, maybe Coach Spanoulis or Sharas will come on the court, take a winning shot?
Actually, I never think what happened in the history. So I am sure that my team is ready to fight, is ready to win, and I am sure that we will win one more time the EuroLeague title like last year.
Hello, Aspasia Velonaki from Athens Macedonian News Agency. This is a question for Sasa Vezenkov. Sasa, you went to the NBA. You played for the Sacramento Kings. Actually, Vasilis Spanoulis he had his go with Houston Rockets a few years ago. You both decided to come back and to be dedicated to EuroLeague. So I want to know, Sasa, what are the characteristics you find in this league in Europe that are better, that made you decide to come back? And also, why did you come back to Olympiacos? And also, a second question is whether you regret sometimes for not being here in Europe and in Berlin last year at the Final Four, when maybe Olympiacos with you would have won the trophy, but instead they lost it, and Panathinaikos, Mr. Ataman, Kendrick Nunn, they are now the reigning European champions. Thank you very much.
First of all, I don't regret anything in my life. Everything is experience. And I wanted to do it. And as I said, I'm blessed because I started from Cyprus and suddenly I was in the NBA. So for me, it was a blessing. It was a lot of lessons that I learned over there. And it's not about better, which is better. Like in NBA, I said it before, they play the best players in the world with so much talent. But I wanted to come back to feel important, to be part of a great organization as Olympiacos and to try to win trophies. I know that Vasilis did it too. So, you know, everything was what I wanted. And coming back, I'm here again. You never know when you have the chance to be here again. So I'm living every moment. And according to last year, you know, with maybes and ifs, as I said, nothing can change, nothing can happen. I watched the EuroLeague from my home, and it was exciting. But now we're in 2025. Everything is in the past, and we have one game in front of us tomorrow. So we're going for it.
Right here.
One. Good afternoon, I'm Vasilis Koundis from Athens, Greece. I would like to make a question for all of you. First of all, good luck, welcome and good luck. But I need just one word. Zeljko Bradovic, who is here and who has won 9 times the EuroLeague, used to say that koncentracija, in Serbian, concentration, is the most demanding and the most needed word when you have to play a great game. I would like to give you the floor and to give us just one word, each player and each coach, what, if they agree, and if not, what is the most demanding, the most needed element to win all?
So each player, each coach, you'd like an answer from, yes?
Just one word, yeah.
Okay. If we want to start left to right again. Coach, you're up next.
Again, I'm under the bus.
Yes.
Ambition could be the word to win it all. I don't know.
I would say desire.
Calm.
I like ambition.
I could say fighting spirit, which is always something we're asking for, but it's not easy to have it.
I would say discipline.
I would say mental preparation.
I'll say calm too, I guess.
Thank you.
Exactly.
That was a great question. Yes, we have up here.
Hello, Igor Petrinovic from the EuroLeague. Question for Nigel. You guys are the only team that swept in the playoffs. You know, considering the roster turnover, you had injuries, all the bumps on the road. When did you feel that Fenerbahce has what it takes to get here this season? Was there any particular moment, any particular victory?
Maybe the particular moment would have been We played a Turkish League game versus Yalova. Many of you have no idea that team where they are, but it was a game against a team that you can say is beneath the level of Fenerbahce and where we are, and we had no business winning that game. And we fought, and Nicola made a crazy shot, and we ended up winning in overtime. And as the season went on, we ended up in EuroLeague and in Turkish League winning games that we really had no business winning. And Coach always mentioned that even though for him as a coach, horrible performances for 39 minutes, but we were somehow able to find a way to save the day and win the game. And throughout the course of the season, being put in the fire that many times, testing the character of the coach and his decision-making, testing the character of the players and their ability to overcome obstacles, overcome being down, overcome coming back in games, just builds you and builds you and builds you up to get ready for the, as everyone up here says, the calmness that you need, the ambition that you need, the focus and preparation that you need to be able to win games. So sweeping has no effect on getting to a Final Four, but the course of the season, the wins that we were able to win that we had no business winning, I think really gave us the character that we needed to try and come here and compete.
Coach, do you remember that game as well? What was your vantage point from that?
I remember the game, yeah. No, for me it was the fact is that I really liked this team going into the season. Then with all the problems with Scotty going down in basically first minute of the season, it was, we had to regroup. And let's say in December, things were not looking very good for us. But in January, as we start, piling some games, have a little bit more practice time, I felt that the team is going into the right direction. And this feeling that I had before the season kind of started to come back to me probably in January or beginning of February.
We have right here again.
Alberto Manzagaglia, Eurodevotion. I have a question for Kendrick. How different is the preparation of the game in terms of what a coach is asking to you in the NBA or in the EuroLeague, talking about the playoff game? Thank you.
Well, the preparation is quite similar for me. The coach really haven't demanded too much from me, allowed me to play my game and bring my strengths to the game and my knowledge and experience. So it's been pretty easy, but just watching a lot of film, I would say, the preparation for the playoffs, it's more knowing tendencies. Every possession is key. Things like 50-50 balls, ambition, things like that really are the turning points in playoff games.
Right up here, yes, on the left.
Good afternoon, everybody. Marko Vlahovic from Sport Club Serbia. Question is for gentlemen from Greek clubs. Do you use successes and the results of your arch rivals as your own motivation, for example?
Coach Atman, would you like to start?
No.
Same, no, not at all.
Same answer for me.
Same.
So no rivalry, just no drama, huh? Okay. Who do we have next? Yes, over here. If we can get a microphone to this gentleman on the left. Thank you.
Hello. Question for Mike, please. Mike, do you think that the team is better than 2 years ago, Rocket team?
Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll see, I guess.
Can you say a little bit why, please?
Because I don't really have an answer. I think it's different. It's different coach, some different players. We play a different style. It's not for me to say which one is better and which one is worse. But I think we're a good team, and we got our chances.
Mike, what would you say are the differences from 2 years ago, maybe as vibe and playing style on the court, like you said?
Our coach is a little bit shorter. We have less glasses on our team when we play. We had 2 players with goggles when we played last time.
Fewer accessories, got it?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, the important things.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Yes, we have one here on the right.
Hi, my name is Vladimir Spivak. I'm commentator for Russian platform Oka. My question is Coach Spanoulis. Coach, basketball-wise, what's the main difference between your spell in Olympiacos as a player and the current Olympiacos, let's say? What is the main change that you can underline, highlight, basketball-wise, in that team?
Basketball is changed. It's different players. Basketball is going forward, and I think now this Olympiacos this year is passing more the ball, moving without the ball. Back then it was not like this. We have a more we have different style of game, and but right now Olympiacos basketball is very excited to see, and they make a really good job.
Okay, and our next question will be the last question. Let's go here to the gentleman right in the middle.
Hello, Manos Firogenis from Betarades, Greece. Congratulations to everyone. Kendrick, I have 2 questions for you. First of all, you came here 1.5 years before for getting back to NBA. Is this trophy the reason you stayed here for later or forever? I don't know. And secondly, what about the experience of being here in Abu Dhabi, something completely different to you these 2 days? Thank you.
Winning the championship did have an influence on me coming back. Just the success and the limitations that's possible potentially for me in the EuroLeague definitely influenced me coming back. And being here in Abu Dhabi for 2 days seems regular to me. I mean, I'm pretty familiar with the Middle East. I've been here plenty of times. I actually love it here, so I feel pretty comfortable.
Okay, very good. We really appreciate all the questions from the crowd. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming today. That wraps up our opening press conference. Next up, tip-off. Congratulations, gentlemen. Thank you. To the teams, best of luck. To everyone watching our live stream, make sure you keep up with all of the EuroLeague action across all of the channels. Thank you so much for watching.
So we're honored to have a three-time EuroLeague champion, 9 appearances in Final Four, all first team in EuroLeague as well. Rudy Fernandez, thank you so much for coming and joining us here. How is it for you to be in Abu Dhabi?
Beautiful, beautiful city, and excited to enjoy this Final Four. It was for sure is epic.
Yes. What are you looking forward to when you look at players, coaches here in general from the Final Four event?
It's weird to be in the opposite side, but you know, I think they are in the top 4 teams in this EuroLeague. It's going to be a huge EuroLeague Final Four, and I want to enjoy for sure.
9 appearances in Final Four. If you could relive one moment from any Final Four, what would it be?
Difficult choice, only one. Maybe I will say the first one in Madrid was so excited with the fans and enjoying our city.
Denise, I will give you the honor.
One question. 2023, the memories, when you feel it, when you think about it, and since you're here, seeing all those 4 amazing teams that they were competing to be right here in Abu Dhabi in Turkish Airlines EuroLeague in the Final Four. What they have done, you think, as Rudy Fernandez, differently than the rest of the teams that are competing in EuroLeague that they're here?
Good question. We're asking him difficult questions. Yeah, difficult question, right? I don't know. I think in all Final Fours is different. I think the top 4 in the regular season, they are here. So they are important in all regular season to be consistent in one of the best leagues in Europe. Panathinaikos have experience from last year, I know. Olympiacos play so solid this year, all regular season. And Monaco and Fenerbahce, I love them. They play fun, and I love to watching them. And I think both coaches, Spanoulis and Saras, they know about a lot of basketball. And I thought it's gonna be, is what I say, it's gonna be epic this Final Four. I don't want to say one because it's difficult and tough, but honestly, I want to support my guy Juancho. So I want to he's playing good. I'm happy to.
Okay, I thought you would say Fenerbahce, but I'm giving microphone back again to Shani after this disappointment. I'm joking. Thank you, Rudy.
No.
Rudy, final question, if we may. If you could wear your jersey now, not Real Madrid, any jersey from the current teams right now playing in the Final Four, who would you want to play for? Which coach?
Wow.
Sharas.
I think Sharas is very good, but I have a lot of fight with Spanoulis player, so I love to be a part of his teams because I know he's a very competitive player when he was player. Now with the coach, I think I play against him against Greece, and in Monaco is a great job. So probably I say Monaco with Spanoulis.
All right, guys, give him the jersey. Bring the jersey in. He's ready to play.
I'm not ready. I'm playing golf now, so I'm excited to be here. And thank you to EuroLeague to bring me this opportunity to be here in this epic Final Four for sure.
It's definitely epic. Thank you so much, Denise. Any final words or?
He asked me about Fenerbahce for sure.
Yes, what did you say again?
No.
We're going to close it like that. He said Fenerbahce is going to be the champion of 2025. Thank you, Rudy.
No.
Thank you. I'm joking.
Thank you.
He supports Panathinaikos, but thank you for this beautiful.
No, I support all teams. I think I want to watch beautiful basketball. For sure, we're going to do it.
Okay. All right, for sure. But thank you so much. See you. Enjoy. Thank you.
اوكي لو في مراسلين كلمني.
Téléphone.
Julien. Oh.
Carlo Di Vagi estrenarà un fotógrafo. Carlo Di Tregui un fotógrafo.
Estan aquí? Està preparat?
Me'l portes tu?
Bienvenidos. Look beautiful, huh? Yeah, perfect for you. Just so you can follow Diego, okay? Thank you, welcome.
Sorry? Thank you. All good.